Hi, Winry and Babes. This is Nanny Suzanny, and it's bedtime reading, and we're going to learn about some more desert wildlife. So these are called fast movers. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so the first one we're going to learn about, let me read this first. It says, soft, shifting sand can make it difficult to get about quickly. But many desert animals have special ways of moving fast. Some snakes and lizards wiggle along almost as though they are swimming through the sand. Guess who showed up? Many desert birds have long, slender toes to help spread their weight on the sandy soil. Nicky! Other desert living creatures, like the pronghorn, perfectly designed for fast running on flat, open land. Nicky! Okay, we're going to say bye to Nicky. Say hi, Winry. Hi, Alphaeus. Hi, Monty. Okay, all right. Okay, so the first one is called the sand cat. The sand cat has thick fur, even on the soles of its feet. This helps it move quickly on the sand, protecting it from the heat. Now it looks like a fairly big animal, but wait, it's not that big. I'll show you a picture in a minute. So it's the only cat that lives in the desert. And so let me show you a picture because it's a cute little one. Oh, let me come on. Scroll. Okay, there it is. Oh, no, that's not a desert cat. That's our Nicky in our garden. She's trying to hide behind the thing, but I think Nanny sees her. So, this is a sand desert cat. Look how cute. Not very big, huh? It's a cute little cat, but it's not a cat that lives in a house. And you know, because if you tried to approach it in the desert, it would like, so might look small, but it's a little dangerous. So the next one is the ostrich. Now we've learned about the ostrich before, but this is about the ostrich being a very fast mover in the desert. So the ostrich is the largest bird in the world, the largest one. It cannot fly, but it's super duper whooper fast runner. It can race along at speeds up to 45 miles an hour. So that's like 70 kilometers an hour. And remember I talked about the ostrich before, and I said if you're on the way to Moose Jaw and it hits 70 kilometers an hour, let Mommy tell you this is how fast an ostrich runs. Then you look out the window and see the houses moving by. Or the houses not moving, you're moving, and the houses are staying there. So did you ask Mommy that when you went to Moose Jaw? You remember to ask her next time, because it's fascinating. Now, do you remember how many stomachs an ostrich has? Does it have one? Does it have two? It has 3 stomachs. Wow, that's like hamburgers go to this stomach. Steaks and bananas and apples go to this stomach. And chicken fingers and nuts and bolts and chocolate chips go to this stomach. Isn't that funny? That maybe that's the way it works. So it's the largest bird. Its wings, when it has its wings right out, is like 2 meters long. That's about almost the length of Daddy. So Daddy's a little bit longer than that. And you know their eggs? Okay, I'm going to show you. So their egg is about this long. That's how long an egg is. So, and the weight of it is like if you ask Mommy to let you hold a dozen eggs, and it's 2 of those. That's how heavy that egg is. So imagine if you ask Mommy for breakfast, Mommy, I want a few eggs. And Mommy has to crack open 2 of these eggs. You might as well feed the whole neighborhood. It's that big. That'd be a big egg on your plate. So, oh, and I'll show you a picture. Remember, do you remember last summer when we went to the zoo here in Moncton? We saw an ostrich just before we went to see the lion. So this is an ostrich. Let me see if I can, there. Do you see that? Oh, there we go. There's your ostrich. And then he's smiling at you. Isn't he funny? He's got quite the smile. Look at that. A little scary, but anyways, kind of cute. All right, the third animal is second only to the ostrich in size, is the emu. Is also a speedy bird. It races across the Australian desert in search of food such as berries, grass, and insects. Now, Nanny doesn't eat insects. She doesn't eat grass, but she loves blueberries. Just like the emu. And the last one. She loves her berries too. All right. Oh, I showed you the picture. Now you make sure you ask Mommy to show you a video of the ostrich. Funny. There's one part of the video where a little boy, his daddy's trying to feed an ostrich from the window of a car, and the little boy laughs and laughs and laughs. You're gonna laugh with him. He's so funny. Cute. All right. So, oh, that was the ostrich. Sorry, the emu. Nanny's slightly tired tonight. Whew. Okay, here's the emu. So, it's with little babies. It's a papa and a mama and the little babies on the ground. Just like your family. And here's another one. Cuckoo. There you go. Isn't he funny? So, and you know that they're like 2 meters tall, these emus. So, that's about not as tall as Daddy, but almost. So just about as tall as Daddy. And you know they have 2 eyelids, like you have one, like Nanny. These are your eyelids, and you have one set. They have 2. One is for blinking, like you do, and the other one is to keep the sand out of their eyes because they're desert animals. And guess what's in the desert? Lots and lots and lots of sand. All right. Okay, done with the pictures. Here is the webbed feet of this little gecko. Act like snowshoes, helping it move swiftly over the soft sand. The gecko's long legs keep its body well above the baking hot ground. Nanny and Grampy had a lot of geckos in Florida at our home, and we'd see them all the time. And they have amazing toes, so it sticks to almost anything. And they can bark, they can chirp, and they can click, 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 click. Very, very odd. So, and they don't blink. What they do is they clean their eyes by licking. Isn't that weird? Yep, it's what they do. And I'm going to show you my gecko. I have one. Did you know that? I have one in my house. Look how colorful it is. Whoa, it hangs on the wall. Isn't that pretty? You know, Nanny and her colors. She loves this. It's so full of color. All right, the next one is a trail of parallel marks in the sand is the sign of the sidewinder. This snake moves by throwing its body into 2 loops that it then pushes against the ground to move sideways. Look at that in the desert sand. It's really neat. So, I think I sent Mommy a video. I did. I sent her a video. And you'll see in the video, it kind of gets a hold of it. A gecko in the desert, but it has to eat. So you'll see how quickly it moves. And then what I'd like you to do is you and Alphaeus get on the carpet in the living room and try and move like a sidewinder. Maybe Mommy can take a video and send it to Nanny. I'd love to see that. See if you can do it just as good as a sidewinder. All right, the next one is even when only a few days old, the pronghorn can run faster than an adult human. And a fully grown pronghorn can keep up a speed of about 30 miles an hour to escape from its enemies. Wow. Now, we're not really going to talk about the pronghorn because we learned about it just very recently. So, the last one is called the Great Roadrunner. Here's Nikki again. Okay, the greater Roadrunner can fly. Whoops, there we're going to put Nikki. Girly. Oh, she's clingy tonight. The greater Roadrunner can fly, but usually runs very fast after its prey. It's so fast that it's about the only bird that can catch a rattlesnake. And you know the sidewinder, it's also called like the sidewinder rattlesnake. And it's so quick, it can catch that. So, although only 20 inches long, this bird can run at a speed of 12 miles an hour. An expert at catching snakes, the Roadrunner grabs its victim just behind the head to avoid getting bitten. It also eats mice, lizards, and spiders, so no berries. So, it builds its nest with sticks, leaves, snake skin that's dried off and peeled off, or whatever it can find. It builds its nest with that. And so you make sure you ask Mommy to watch a video I sent you about a Roadrunner. And that video came out when Nanny was 4 years old. So I was younger than you, Winry, when that video came out. And I remember watching it because it's called the Bugs Bunny Hour. So it was a special. It was Bugs Bunny was on the TV for 1 hour. And this is the Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner show. So you'll see the Roadrunner, and he used to go beep, 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 whoom, and off it would go. So you're going to really enjoy that. And Nanny, when she was a young girl like you, she watched it all the time. Every week we watched the Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner show. So you're going to love it. All right. So that's our story. So Nikki. I'm going to have to put her back on the floor. So we had a wonderful day. It was gorgeous here, so beautiful. Nanny and Grampy went on the bike to Shediac. And I want to show you what Nanny went to see your big friend in Shediac. And she told him that didn't know if you'd be seeing it this summer. Here, Remember the big lobster? There's Nanny sitting there. Yeah, so we went and got some real lobster, cooked lobster and shrimp, and we ate it for supper. It was so good. So, Nanny wants to wish you a good night's sleep tonight. Winry and Alphaeus and Monty, and know that Nanny and Grampy and Opa and Mimir and Uncle Michael and Nana, we love you so much, and we miss you, and we want you all to have a very good night's sleep tonight, and we hope that you're being Mommy's helpers as she's taking care of Monty, and that you're doing the best to help her out as much as she needs help, and to behave and not complain and not fight and no temper tantrums. And tomorrow night, I think Nanny's going to read one of those books that you read last night. And thank you for telling me that you thought it was special. It was very expressive, as you said. So maybe Nanny will do the one. I think there's one on temper tantrums. So maybe we'll do that one for Alphaeus tomorrow night. So have sweet dreams, and Nanny will see you tomorrow. So.